Hi everyone, welcome back. Well, I am a day late because we had some family event to attend during the weekend and I ended up not being home last night. So I went ahead and made time to get this done today. So we are currently in week 5 of part B and we have 5 little fish joining us for the journey. And then this is for a payoff of $3,100 is the goal. And that's for a target bill for $300 and Discover 2 for $2,800. And once again, this is Voyage 13 Part B, and it's the 5th week. So we'll start off with what we did with checking. We had a payroll check for $1,044.11. We put $44.11 to the savings, and then $140 went to line of credit 1. And that's to cover bills throughout the month. $560 went to line of credit 2, and that's for credit cards and also for the Voyage. $200 went to line of credit 3, and that is set aside for the mortgage payment. We then did $50 to loan 1, and then the last $50 went to savings, and that zeroed out the checking account. We then look at what happened into savings. And again, that was August 22nd. We start off with $744.44. We added $44.11, making it $788.11. And the final 50 giving us $838.11. And then for the 3rd week of August, we applied $50 to loan number 1. We start off with $8,738.78. We paid interest of $9.22, principal of $40.78, and that gave us an even dollar amount of $8,698 due on loan number 1. We then look at what happened to lines of credit 1, 2, and 3. Line of credit 1, we start off with $11,690.39. Currently available is $309.61. Weekly payment is $140, and that monthly payment is $108.51. Line of credit 2 for credit cards / Voyage currently has a balance of $10,091.73. Available is now $2,408.27. We weekly put in $560, and on the due date of September 1st, $117.14 is due. We then look at line of credit 3, which is set aside for mortgage. Currently we have $11,424.63 as the balance. Available is now $1,075.37. And then we put $200 a week in that line of credit. And the due amount of $122.32 is for September 1. So September 1, all 3 combined comes to $347.97. We send a total weekly payment of $900 to the 3 of them. Currently available is $3,793.25, and then the total balance of all 3 is $33,206.75. So then we'll break it down as to what's happened to each line of credit. So line of credit 1 that's set aside for bills, it has a monthly payment of $108.51 at 7.5%. With $140 we sent, $16.99 went to interest, and then $123.01 went to principal. And then we did not take any money out for this week to pay anything, so we're at $309.61 being available. We look at line of credit 2 that has $117.14 due at the 1st of September at 6.74. And when we applied the $560, there's $13.62 went to interest and $546.38 went to principal. And then we did take out $100 to send to Discover 2, so that left us with a balance of $10,091.73. Available is $2,408.27, and from that amount we set aside the July 25th, August 1st, August 8th, August 15th, and August 22nd, $460 for all 5 of them. So there's $2,300 that is set aside to be sent to the Discover 2. And then we are currently keeping that in the line of credit too, to keep the interest lower. And since Discover 2 is at 0% right now, we're actually saving a little bit of interest by keeping it parked into that line of credit too. And then we'll soon be taking that out and applying it towards that Discover 2. And then we look at the line of credit 3. We have a monthly payment of $122.32. It's at 7.5, and then once again it's set aside for the mortgage. And then we did a payment of $200, and then $16.70 went to interest, $183.30 went to principal, and that now is $1,075.37 that's available. And then the actual balance is $11,424.63. And then we will be taking money out of this $1,000 to pay the mortgage on September 1st. And then we look at the Voyage 13B week 5. So since we broke it into, we're going to do it 3 parts. We'll do part C for the next 4 weeks. So week 5, we actually sent $100 to Discover 2, and the $460 is in that line of credit too. So that ended up zeroing out the amount we needed for Discover 2, and then we'll just need to take the money out and apply that to the Discover 2. And then Target, we still had $60 that was due. We did pay off that $60, and that brings it to a 0 balance. And then we currently have Part B of Voyage 13 has been paid in full, and so then we'll look at how we're going to do Part C, and I think we might just focus on the remaining balance on that Discover 2. And what that's looking like is we currently have $4,500 is on that Discover 2, and then we have money set aside in that line of credit too of, let's see how much that is, $2,300. So that means that our Part C of Voyage 13 will most likely be $2,200 will be the starting on that. And I might just do just the Discover 2 only, but I'll check to see if there is another bill that I want to get paid in that time frame too that I would be able to. So we know for sure we'll be you paying down this $2,200, and that will finalize that Discover 2. So then we go to the Captain's Log, and week 5 we have August 22nd, and then we paid $620, and now the total is $61,869.87. And then with credit available, we did send the $100, so we did start up $4,600. After we did the 100, it went to $4,500, and the other 3 items were the same for this week. So we're at a limit of $52,600 now, a balance of $26,447.12, and then all items added together to be available is $26,152.88. And then we did only send $100 to Discover 2 for the week, so that's the only item that got added to the bills that got paid this month. And then we have no update on the August expenses because I don't believe we paid any other bills other than those. So please like and subscribe to follow my debt journey, and let me know if you have any questions or comments below, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you for joining me. Bye.